Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. I got a lead today on Facebook Marketplace that there is a Batman the Animated Series Penguin available. This lady's not asking the standard $200+ for it like I've seen on some of the other posts. So I'm going to go take a look, see how the quality looks. If it's awesome, I'm going to pick it up.
15 minutes later.
It's been opened before, but look how cool this is. It's gonna look so good with my collection. I'm so excited. But yeah, you can see here it has been opened before. I did take a look inside. All pieces are accounted for, and honestly, that's my bad. I didn't look at the ad close enough. It didn't say that it was brand new in box, never been opened or sealed or anything like that. It didn't say that in the post. Let's get this home. Let's get it unboxed. I'll do a quick little review for the channel as well, and let's take a closer look at it. So let's get into it. So I've got him home. He is pretty freaking cool, I must say. This is going to be a standout in the collection. He's really short and really plump, which I like. Now, it's cool because Oswald Cobblepot, or the Penguin, as we kind of all know him, he's a mafia boss, right? And he's notorious for his bad habits, as much as his love for the fine arts, which I think is kind of cool. He does wear his monocle, and the figure here has the monocle. We'll get a kind of a closer look at that shortly. He also uses umbrellas as weapons, and I think that that's really cool. It's one of my favorite features of the Penguin is what umbrella is he going to pull out of his bag next? What's that umbrella going to do? And right off the hop, I'm seeing that there are at least 1 or 2 umbrellas stashed in this box, so that's pretty darn cool. Now, getting the guy out of the plastic itself, you can take a bit better of a look at him. I do like the tailoring in terms of the outfit itself. It does have that rubbery material, same as the cape on the Batman and the Robin, for example. But I like that it moves away from his legs slightly. It feels soft to the touch, which is cool. And I think that's nice. He's also got a really sturdy stance about him. Here's that monocle that I was mentioning. You can kind of see it on his left eye there. That's pretty cool. Now, he doesn't have the standard foot peg hole, and this guy does come with a figure base. We'll show that to you in a little bit. But the one thing that I'll note right away is that the articulation is not so great, to be honest. I mean, again, he's a very rotund little dude, and his joints are brutal. He's probably only got 6 joints in total. He bends at the elbows. His wrists obviously turn because he has swappable hands. His head does turn slightly, but because of the hair kind of coming out the back under his hat, it doesn't turn very well. His legs do move back and forth, and his ankles do turn, but that's about it. I mean, you can see that the jacket really restricts the movement for this guy, which is okay. Again, I'm planning on really kind of having him out of the box in with the rest of my animated series figures and go from there. Now, this is that figure stand that I mentioned. He comes with this waist clamp, but it's not really a clamp, and he's such a big boy that it doesn't fit his back. I guess it would work in a sense of you could set it up and that you could kind of rest him against it so he couldn't, fall over on his own terms. But still, it's a little bit funny to me. I do like the style of this figure base, though. We got this now with Harley. We also got it with Mr. Freeze. The hand sculpts are really cool because they're definitely unique. I mean, Penguin is known for his penguin-like appearance. So you can see by his hands, they're kind of like webbed and have the appearance of a penguin, which is kind of cool. He's got like the 3 fingers. Now, he comes with a soup cup and a soup spoon that do fit into one of his hands, which I think is really cool. I'll show that to you guys in a little bit. I like that the soup spoon, you can place it in the cup. This is one of those accessories that I'm always worried I'm going to lose, right? You drop it in the carpet and she's gone forever. This umbrella is just static. It doesn't move, doesn't open, nothing like that. But you can use it as like a cane, like Penguin typically likes to do, or kind of have it over his shoulder. This is the opened umbrella look. Now, that cane does slot in to the bottom of the umbrella here. Let's see if I can show you that a bit better. Yeah, so underneath you can see, just like a standard umbrella, it has the peg for it. And that bottom piece that cane essentially fits in to turn it into a functioning umbrella, which is really cool. Or you can use it as just a cane piece if you wanted, which I also really like. Now, this guy, because he's one of the original figures, comes with some of the original displays of what figures were out and available at the time that this guy was. The Batman is definitely different than the Batman that I have. That Batgirl is cool, but the Riddler is the standout for me. I want this Riddler. But he goes for crazy money now, so I honestly don't think it's worth it. It kind of makes me sad. This is the only guy I can find, and I saw him at Red Skull Comics, but he doesn't have that same animated series feel to me. I think he's cool, and I think the color would go well, but I'm not convinced that I should get him. I actually don't know that character very well, but I do think that the Nightwing and the Bane on this really, really stand out, as well as the Scarecrow. That Scarecrow is badass, and the Mad Hatter, who doesn't like that, as well as this Batmobile. On Tuesday Night Collecting Weekly, they asked me if I was going to get the Batmobile, and I said no, but I might be changing my mind a little bit on that now that I've seen it. Now, let's take a better look at Penguin and some of his poses with his accessories, because I do think that this is kind of cool. I really like the look of this guy. I do think that he's going to complement the figure collection really well. Again, he stands a little bit shorter than all of the other figures, obviously. And I like that he's got that heft to him. Now, I think my only complaint is I do wish he'd come with another head sculpt, only maybe with a slightly different expression. Because he doesn't articulate very well, it would have been cool to have more of an expressive face for the guy. But I'm willing to let that go because I do think it looks really, really cool. If I were to rate this figure, I would give this guy, honestly, still an 8.5 out of 10. He looks like a screen grab from Batman the Animated Series. He comes with a ton of accessories in comparison to some of his counterpart figures that I've reviewed already. And I love the Penguin, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. Where he loses points is definitely on the articulation and the lack of facial expression. But for the price, when this guy originally came out in that $25 to $30 range, this would have been honestly even closer to a 10 out of 10 figure at that time. Because I paid closer to $60, I'm still very happy with the value. I'm happy with everything he came with. I really like that the hand sculpts that he comes with are actually functional. They hold the umbrellas, they hold the coffee cup. I think that's really cool. Now, in a couple minutes here, I'm just going to pair him with some of my other figures. Not the whole line, because I'm starting to get quite a lot, and I finally found kind of that figure display that I really like. But look at how cool he looks. That's awesome. That is awesome. I still definitely think that in terms of my toy hunting going forward, there are definitely a few more characters that I would like to see, especially now that I was able to lock in the Penguin. Just on that sheet alone, like I said, the Riddler and the Batgirl, 100%. The Scarecrow, definitely if I can find it. But I also really want to find Two-Face. I also really, really want to find Man-Bat. There's a couple others for sure. This looks like he's literally handing his spoon back to the Karen waitress and saying, "It's dirty," or "No soup for you." Here's him with the Joker and Killer Croc. I think this looks awesome. You can see the size difference between the Joker, how skinny the Joker is in comparison, and how tall that Killer Croc was. You can see that Robin's a little closer in height, but even Batman is significantly, taller, essentially. So, again, love the proportions. But really, really happy with this guy. I think he's going to make an excellent addition to this cast of characters that I've got in my collection already. And this Two-Face is the guy I am looking for. So if you see him out there for a reasonable price, let me know. But again, I will give the Penguin 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for everybody watching. This is the Ben Thomas Show. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe for me, and I'll catch you guys on the next figure video.